Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James13 Wicca, in case you're seeing it somewhere else. The dice and decks I'm using are going to be listed below. Other than that, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Hello, Virgo! Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Virgo? Virgo. I'm going to trip on it, apparently. Wheel of Fortune, first card out. I'm like, really? What is a card that Virgo probably won't like? The Wheel of Fortune. It seems like it's shown up a lot lately, but maybe not. Let's see what it has to bring. This is going to be one of those readings. If it's either hitting or it's not. Oh, well, we got a good ending. That's something. So, there's a face-down card that fell out of the deck while I was shuffling, and I want to turn it over, but I keep getting it's not time yet. You have possibilities. Oh, really good out. This doesn't have to be a love reading, but we're going towards like the Two of Cups with a romance oracle card backing it up. Could be, especially because it's a general read, a financial or work reading. Could be anything, whatever it clicks for you. But it's definitely something where you are liking the outcome. I don't know about the trip. It reminds me of like being on a rocky, sloshy boat. And it's kind of like, until you finally get there and get a moment to settle in, and then you're like, okay, if I can stay here, we're good. What is it we're dealing with? Your rhythm has been disrupted, or it's about to. Again, this is one of those readings, it's either happening or it's not. Watching this reading is not making it happen. It's either there or it's not. The rhythm is getting disrupted. And it's the Wheel of Fortune. Like, to what degree is it getting disrupted? Maybe that's what we should say. To what degree? Six of Swords reversed, can't get out of it. And the Empress card, which kind of looks at it in the sense of like there's probably a lot of other people involved. And it's one of those things where I'll do what's best for the team at this point, or the group, or it's like taking everybody into account, but making sure they take you into account too. Virgo needs to be counted in that. You know what I mean? If they're taking a pizza order, you're one of the people that gets counted in the pizza. Like if including you, there's 6 people, they shouldn't be like, well, we have 5 people for pizza. No, you have 6. Virgo is a person. Virgo counts. Just because Virgo's going to get the pizza or making sure it gets ordered or whatever, Virgo counts. Make sure you're counted in the situation. There's something about this that right off the bat, I'm just like, maybe you're thinking they will or you're expecting they will. Make sure. I'm telling you, make sure. If they were counting you anyway, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. If they weren't counting you, you might get some little cranky pushback. That's because they didn't want to. Well, too bad. They need to. That's that. You get counted in the reward just as much as everybody else. Whatever's going on here, there's a disruption in the flow. This is also, this first part, I'm talking about the reward, right? Minor. This part is the minor part. If you miss this part of the reward, is it okay? No. Is it going to ruin the whole situation? Also no. But still, you know, you should be counted. You should be counted. Like, you know, you should be counted. You should get your fair share too. And I keep getting a lot of you, you're going to expect or think or not realize you haven't been. Make sure they count you. You also get your reward too. Especially because you more than likely did more than your part. So not for nothing. There's a lot of energy with that. I'm getting like all offended about it. I gotta pull it together here. The Wheel of Fortune, can't get around it. Make sure you're included. It does create conflict. You know, Wheel of Fortune. It's not too shocking to see that. How does the conflict hit Virgo directly? It's the Hermit, that's your card. And then the Four of Pentacles. You're just trying to hold the ground. You're just trying to hold the ground. Things aren't right. Things are shaky. It reminds me of this one building I used to work at, and then I don't remember why, if it was electrical or there was a storm or something, but we had to go somewhere else and do the job in a different building, and it was very makeshift. So it's kind of almost like having to work in, like, you know, very rickety conditions, because it's like, well, there was a storm, our normal building got too much damage, we can't have people, it's not safe to work there, but we need you people working, so we have a warehouse, and it's very, you know, different, but we're gonna have to make it work. And it's kind of like, all right, where's the warehouse? Got to travel there, got to find parking, got to find my spot, got to make it work, got to pool the resources where I can. It's not the normal, like, it's not the normal amenities. Maybe the normal building has, you know, more than enough bathrooms, and maybe this is kind of short on that, or they have porta potties. Maybe there used to be like a dining hall, and there's not that anymore, at least not temporarily, stuff like that. So making it through it, getting through it, it does seem like you're holding it together. You're not letting this ruin anything. You're pushing forward. You just keep going. Centering on getting it done works easier. There is a need to kind of complain a little bit, which would make sense, but I don't see that lifting the energy. What I see lifting the energy is just, I need to do this, let's do it. I need to do this, let's do it. Do it. It's just kind of like, let me grab my supplies so I can do what I got to do. Let me handle what I need to handle. And I feel like I want to distance myself as realistically as possible. I mean, this is a general read, so take it with a grain of salt. Like, there's certain times where I don't feel like it makes sense to distance yourself from people. Other times where it's like I remember there are certain companies where I could walk outside for break, so I would do that. But, you know, there's certain times where you walk outside for break too many times and people are like, what are you, antisocial? So it's kind of like there's a balance, if you follow me. I don't think I want to participate in the complaining if I can help it. That's going to bring your energy down. That's going to make this longer and heavier for you. It doesn't have to be like that. This is the first part. We're moving past that. It doesn't seem to last all that long. It does seem like overall things work out. Make sure you're counted in the reward. Don't just take it like, well, obviously they're going to count you. They should, doesn't mean they will. Make sure you're counted in the reward. The next phase. Okay. Ace of Wands shows up. This literally flew out of the deck when I was shuffling. That's the first spot. The Wheel of Fortune is the first. This is a new one. This is another something really quick coming in. That doesn't have to be bad. Not that the first one was all that bad, but it wasn't that good. The next one comes in. You do have this too. This is something I feel like, ironically, you can get down with pretty quickly. So it probably is something that you're familiar with in some sense. It reminds me of musicians I used to know that, like, they knew a lot of different instruments, and then there was a new instrument they had to start working with for some reason, but they had the basics already down, so it didn't take them that much to, like, get up to speed with it. So they knew the basics, they knew this, they knew that, they know how to find this. It kind of reminds me of something like that. Like, you know, I'm not really familiar with this instrument other than I've heard of it, never really played it, but I know the basis. I know, so for example, if it was some weird string instrument, it's kind of like, oh, I know how these other ones, these are similar, not quite like this one, but similar. I know how the system works. I got it going down. Okay. So you seem to snap into this one pretty quickly. And it's kind of like, I just got to do what I got to do. Why is it so dark? I think because it's really sunny outside all of a sudden. That's why. I see you snapping right into focus. So there's something here, like, there's two, okay, we're going to find out in a second. There's the King of Swords. It just, whatever this is, it links up to whatever you're naturally good at, and, or something you've learned, like it follows the pattern. It follows something where you're like, oh, I kind of get this. For example, if it's a work thing, maybe it's like you're still using the same program but a different part of the program. You're like, yeah, but I get the nuts and bolts of basically how this program works. So using this different part of it isn't that difficult. It might be something like that. I don't think we have to beat it to death. I mean, we could if we wanted to. So there's this could work and there's this could work better. There's the good and then there's the better. Good and the better. Okay. So what's the good? The good is to just kind of like, I got what I got, I know what I know, I'm going to take care of what I'm going to take care of. And just kind of putting up a block, kind of like, this is what I got, and that's that. Makes sense. Your Earth has boundaries. It would make sense why you wanted to go that way. This is what I know, this is what I can do. I'm just going to center on myself and what I can do in this situation. This got kind of dumped on me. I need to center and I need to perfect this. That's what I'm going to do. It's not bad. I don't see it as bad. This is the good version. Not a bad way to do it, especially the way it's coming in. I feel like it would make sense. I don't see like any fault in this. But there's a better. Okay, the better. The better could have unexpected value. Okay. Okay. It starts over here first. You're actually handling this better than a lot of other people, whatever this is. And some people just cannot get their footing. And you understand that. I get that it totally makes sense to you. The way it's coming in, the way it's going, you're okay because you have something, there's just something you're either naturally good at and or you just seem to know the system in some respect. So you're in there. Somebody else, at least one other person, they just, like, I just can't get heads up, heads down, I don't know. Don't know my butt from a hole in the ground, don't know. Can't have, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of upset energy here, a lot of frustration, a lot of why can't I just get this? They don't get it. They have the Seven of Cups reversed. They need help. Do you have to help them? I would say that you don't have to do anything. Would it be beneficial? Yeah. I got, like, they just can't seem to get it. They just, it's like Teflon. Boom, boom. It's just not happening. Okay. So, I don't think this is going to be that bad for you if you decide to do this. This is a good card, by the way, because you're Earth, and this card is Earth. A lot of people are afraid of this card. It's the Devil card, but it's all in context of the reading. I feel like I have to say this a lot, especially with this card. It's all in the context of the reading, because sometimes it talks about Capricorn. Capricorn is very compatible with Virgo. Capricorn energy, the Devil energy, whatever you want to refer to this as, boundaries. Non-negotiable boundaries. The boundaries are the boundaries for a reason. Harsh limits, swift and severe consequences for breaching said limits. I feel like you could help this energy, whoever this is, understand the rules of the situation and help them kind of like, at the very least, color within the lines. At the very least. I don't know if you can really... Some of you will be able to teach them what they need to know. Others will not. It's more about I keep getting the boundaries. And kind of like, try to make this, you can do this, don't go there. It's kind of like if you're looking at a program and you know how a lot of it works, it's almost like, I'm giving you a cheat sheet, these 5 buttons, do not touch these. If you think you do, let me know, and I'll first tell you no, and then secondly, tell me why you think you need to, and I'll explain to you why that's a no. So, no. It's very just cut and dry right there. Like, these 5 buttons, you don't touch those. And if you think you should, let me know first before you do it, and I'll text you, don't do that. And then explain to me why you think, and I'll explain to you why you're wrong. I don't know why it's coming across that way, but it keeps coming across that way. So, it's just like, I don't know. It's an analogy. This, you're saving this person's butt. You're saving them a lot of stress. I don't know how bad it would have gotten if you don't help them, but you might make a friend for life out of this because they're really like, they're drowning. They feel like they're drowning. They're freaked out. They can't seem to pull it together. They want to pull it together, just can't seem to do it. You could end up with a friend for life on this one. You don't have to have a friend for life. If you're like, they're all right, I don't know if I really want a friend for life out of this. If you help them and you don't want the friend for life, you don't have the friend for life. You don't have to pay attention to them if you don't want to. I'm just saying, positive energy could be helping the world. Whatever you want to do. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. What's over here? I don't know that these energies are compatible with you, but it seems to work. Sun card shows up. That's good. Page of Cups again. Page of Cups on the dice and Page of Cups in the cards. Plus the Temperance. You're going to surprisingly attract some people here. This moment of compassion, I feel like will be seen as that. And that speaks a lot to the right people. I feel like they're looking at you like, that's what we want. We want people who like have a sense of morality, who do the right thing for a good reason. They're seeing like you did the right thing and you did it for the right reason. Nobody told you to do it. You didn't have to do it. But not only did you tell them the right thing, you did it because you wanted to, not because anybody asked you to. This is making a very strong impression. This is very good. I'm kind of seeing it more why this makes sense. Other energies who I feel like normally do not understand you for whatever reason. They might think you're too rigid. They might think you're too this, too that. Maybe they think you're too closed off. Maybe they just don't think that you like them. Whatever it is, when they see this come forward, I feel like this changes the whole game for them. They're kind of like, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to be that good person, but you were. And you did it, because I keep seeing the way I see this play out. I mean, it's a general read, I know. You're doing it because you want to, not because somebody told you. Because it seems very elective to me. It benefits out. It benefits out greatly. Because there's more cards. Like the last two cards? 3 maybe. I don't know if I showed... Did I show this one? I don't know if I showed this one. People are getting a lot more confidence in where you stand. Virgo does things the way they need to do them. You learn the system, you do the system, that's what you do. But for whatever reason, this is like making people a lot more comfortable. Kind of like, it'll be done right and by a person who actually has a sense of morality. And that's a lot in this world. It's a lot in this world, not for nothing. It's not just about doing it right. It's about believing in the person that did it right. I feel like I've done a lot of readings where I have to tell the person I'm reading for, you know what, so-and-so that you're dealing with, they did do the right thing, but here's the actual reason why they did it that I'm getting, and it's not what they want to hear, if you follow me. So finding somebody to do what should be done for the reason that it should be done, that's of high value for a lot of people. And you're just kind of, I don't think you're setting out to prove that, but you are proving that you're that caliber, and people really, really appreciate that and want that closer and have more confidence moving that energy forward. I think that's it. All right. I'm going to shut that down there. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.